This is Irontrader. It is Thursday morning, so as usual, we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now, remember, natural gas, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30, and then on Friday at 1 p.m., the rig count will be out for both crude and natty gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, daily and weekly chart. Now, let me bigger up a little bit here. Okay, and let's see what we have. All right. Now, yesterday we had a topping tail candle, and you couldn't close above this key level here, 79.29. Okay, that is very, very crucial because now that price channel here is still intact. Now, it's trying to move up here, so we got to see how this all shakes out. Now, again, if you can get and close above yesterday's high, 79.62, well, then you're off to the races. That's going to be the key here. First of all, is going to be that 79.29, and then yesterday's high at that 79.62. Now, today here, we could just have some sideways action. We can just see how this all rolls. But you can just see here what we have. You had that 78.77, 78.92, and then we had 79 flat here. So we basically have a sideways action. So even if it comes up in this area, this is still a very, very bullish chart here. Okay, so again, when we look at the overall, you have that low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Very, very nice series of pattern here going on. And then with this rounded bottom, very, very nice. So when you take that rounded bottom and then we bring that price channel right across here. So we look at this high, you had that 79.77, 79.60, and then 79.62. See right there. Now, once this breaks out, then this will rip, much, much higher. Probably might even go to the back to the retest here of the 95 level here. But again, we got to just see how that's all going to shake out here first. So let's just take a look here at the downside. We want to watch here is this 8 SMA here. And this is going to be very, very key on a closing basis, 77.90. And then look right below it, we have 77.76. That's your 200 SMA. Then what we want to do is we want to look always here on your weekly. You have 77.56, which is just below that 200 SMA. And then we can come down here to your 100 SMA. You're looking at 76.89. We have your 8 SMA here. We're sitting at a 75.85. And then we have your 21 SMA right here. So we have so much strength. So always look on your weekly chart because this is always gives you really strong support and resistance levels here. So just watch that 50, that 77.56 right below that 200-day. And then we can come down here to your 21-day at that 76.86. And then this 50-hour 8 SMA here, very, very crucial. But you can see how nicely it's moving right on up here. But again here, if you can hold this box pattern, see, I've been pointing this out here for about the last week or so. See how we're going here. Your low basically is that 75.52, and then you have your high up here, but you never closed above it. So you want to take the top of that candle, 79.29. But we just have a nice box out here for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have for 14 days here, trading days. So that is really big. Again, what this does is it builds energies. And when she explodes, I think she's going to explode to the upside, it can just rip. Now, even if this comes down and you lose all these key levels here and you come all the way down, you're still very, very bullish here because of this pattern that we have going on. So basically today, what you want to do is watch that 8 SMA, that 77.90, that 77.76 here, and is basically the 77.56. Very, very key. And then if that's lost, you have 76.89. And then you have your 76.47, your 21-day. If that's lost here, we'll come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at that 75.84, and then we have your 75.52. But that looks really good. If that's lost below this, you have this nice key 50-day 74.87. But I think in this time frame here, I just don't see where you're going to be selling right off here really low. You just have a nice sideways trading action until we rip much higher is how this is going to appear here. Okay, so that's what we have. Now, again, what we want to do on the upside is you want to watch, obviously, this 79.29, very key. And then yesterday's high, that 79.62. So that is a topping tail candle, okay? However, okay, if you can get and close above, well, that negates that whole topping tail situation here. So always look for that because even look at here on these different charts here. See, we had the same kind of a candle and then it ripped right on down. See the topping tail and then she ripped all the way on down. So again, that's what we have. But right now we just have a sideways action. But in this time frame, we're looking very, very good. Now, again, if you can get above that 79.62, and then obviously you want to go right here, that 79.77 is next. And then we can come up here, your 81.05. We have 82.24, and then we bring the price channel across here. Very nice. You have 83.60, and then you can work your way up, 85.30, bring your price channel across. We have 85.90. And then you have 88.29, and then we have this price channel, bring that across, and you have 89.85. So we have a lot of really good targets up here. Okay, the key is going to be a close above this 79.29 and yesterday's high at that 79.62. Very, very crucial. Now, your RSI, 58, plenty of room here. We look at here, your green above your red shows very, very good momentum here, going straight on up here. Very, very nice. And this is the one I always like here because this is the weekly, and this has a nice bullish cross. Your green above your red, very, very nice. Your RSI, 52, plenty of room to run here. Now, again, we have today, we have tomorrow here for this weekly chart. So we really need, to keep this whole bullish trend going here, we really need to close above that 77.56. This 21-day at 76.86, and this 8 SMA here at 75.86. This is curling up very, very nicely. If we can cross above the 21-day and get above that 50-day, very, very good. So again, here's that candle, that 79.29, and then here, the top of this candle, that's 79.62. As soon as we can blaze above that, see, this is your right here, that 77.60, and that 79.77, which are right here and here. So that gives you a really, really nice, see how tight that is here. But with this rounded bottom going on here, when those break out, look at the nice big targets that you have up here. Okay, even your 100-day and then all the way on up here, then you have a nice retest. So this chart is looking very, very bullish. To me, I'm scalping long the UCO. I already got a trade going here this morning. So that's looking really, really good here. So crude oil here, very, very bullish. Even though, we had a pretty good build yesterday in crude, but you had a draw on gasoline. So when you come into the seasonality here, Memorial Day and 4th of July and summer driving, people are not going to sit in their house. Okay, they learned a big lesson during this COVID thing. They're not much of a sitters. They got to get out and about. So this is the time of the year where everything will be happening. So just expect gasoline prices to go higher, oil prices to go higher, natural gas prices to go higher, traveling, hotels, the whole nine, we're going to be going higher. Okay, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. All right, here we have natural gas, your hourly and your 4-hour chart. You can see where this bottom, you'd had the stair step going all the way down, just like we had here. And then basically what it is, this is that bottom pattern coming on right here. Okay, so we ran right up here, bull flag, double top, came down, held that 2-hour and 100 SMA, and then we came down here. But what we did here is you filled this gap in, which is nice. We still have a gap going on here, just on your hourly chart. So 1.64 and then 1.71 here. So we still have a gap going on there. But what I like is a series, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. Now, the key is here, we went all the way up to 1.90, which is basically right there. And then we couldn't get up here so far. So you had a high of 1.895. So you're just a little shy. So this could be a double top situation about like what we had yesterday. See where we had this 1.838, and then we had this candle here, 1.836. So you had a possible double top, but what happened? Boom, she broke right through, and then that negated that double top very quickly. So we got to see what's going to happen here. Is it going to do the same thing, crack above that 190 and go higher, or is she going to come right on down here, sell off a little bit here and get maybe down to that 50 SMA or right down to the bottom of this key support level right here, basically going at about 1.78. So we got to see how this is going to shake out here. It's very, very early here yet. Okay, so this is, I do like this, where you have your low, and then we have the higher low, and now we're rallying on up here. So the key is you want to hold that 8 SMA here. You're looking at 1.85. If that's lost here, we can come down to that 21-day at 1.78, and then we have the 100-day at 1.73, and then you have your 1.71 here on your 50-day here. But this is still looking very, very strong here. This is just a little pullback here today. So very, very strong here on this chart. And I just think that we put a bottom in here at this 1.52. This is a good bottoming target here now. And then with that series of higher lows, always very bullish. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, now your daily chart here is you want to keep this in focus. This is going to be very, very crucial. Okay, so this was that not last contract roll, but the contract roll before we had that gap. And then what we did is we sold right off here. Bottom line, because you got the seasonality going on. And then they shut down those 13 pipelines. They didn't really shut them down. They just put a hold on them there. You know, again, remember, this in the United States, it's the election year. So the politicians are going to try to please everybody on whatever they can. So always remember that going into this year is going to be a very, very wild year. But again, in those years like that, that's where you can make a lot of money because we have, you know, nice, good trading here. So don't be afraid here to take scalp long and short here, because that's where the money is going to be. Now, here's that 1.52, the bottoming. And then when we came down and retested it, you had 1.58. But what I like about this is, see this 8 SMA here? You're rolling up very, very nice. If we can get it across that 21-day here, then we can zipper right on up here very, very nice. So let's just look at the downside first, is you want to watch this key 21-day, very, very key. That's that 1.82. If that is lost here, then what we can do is we can come down here to the bottom of this candle here, 1.87, and then we have your 8 SMA here sitting at 1.74. Very, very key support levels here. Now, again, if that's lost, what we can do is we can follow this candle. You're looking at the high of 1.73. We have 1.71 here, and then we can come to the bottom here. We're looking at 1.66 here, 1.59, and then your 1.58 is your retest. But this is very, very strong resistance, this 21-day and this 50 or 8 SMA here. So realistically, any kind of a pullback, and as long as it holds them two key levels here, the 21 8-day, that is your buying opportunity here to take it longer. Okay, so now on the upside here, so far we have today, we have an inside day, which basically means your high and low is within the high and low of the previous day. So on this candle here, we always want to look, you know, again, the high, low, and the close. So on a high, you have 1.906. The low is 1.78, and then you close at 1.87. So long as that holds here, you're in really good shape. So when you look at this on the upside, you look at 1.906, and then we can just veer off to the left here. Okay, you have 1.99 here. We have the 204. You have 210, 212, and then this is the key level right here, is that 2.168. That's your gap, which is basically this price channel. So I do like this now. Here's where the price channel came down, but now she flattened right out. So we're basically right in the middle here of this trading range of 2.168 and 1.52, which is very nice. But you have this nice support of the 21-day and your 8-day here below this. So again, if that can break out above this, we can follow the candles, but realistically, your target is going to be 2.16. This is what we're looking for here. And then right above that, we're looking at that 2.31. That is your big target. Now, there is resistance. I pointed this out many times here. Just look to the bottom of the candle, 2.23, 2.27, 2.29. But realistically, your target is going to be this 2.31 here. So that is going to be where you want to go. But again, we have to get above this yesterday's high at 1.96. If you couldn't do it, then you have a nice target here of 2.16. Now remember, don't rush it. There's patience here. Look how long it took here to get all these candles on down here. So realistically, just be patient here. But I just think the target is going to be that gap right there, because usually these gaps are like magnets to a fridge. Okay, they want to get up. Now again, and then if we can get above, you have that 50-day at 2.31, and then your other target here is going to be this gap fill at 2.42. So you have some really, really nice targets going on up here. And then again, then you can just follow this all the way on up here. So you look at the low, 2.49. You have 2.52, and then what we can do is we can rally all the way up here to this 2.63. But again, patience is the key here when to trade. Let the trade come to you. Don't force it, especially with natural gas. They don't call this the widowmaker for nothing. Okay, so just be patient with it. I'm scalping. I'll be looking at to buy the UNG here today. I'm going to see how this is going to shake out. As long as it holds that 21 day and this 8 SMA here, then that'd be a good scalping opportunity here to go higher. Now your RSI looking good. Your MACD here, look at that, nice bullish. Your green above your red, just starting out, very, very nice. This here needs some work. Your green's still below the red, but if it can hook back up, that'd be okay. On your RSI here, I pointed out here where we have a low. Okay, have a low, extreme low, and a higher high. We have a positive divergence here on your weekly chart. So that's always very, very good. And we have some really nice targets on the upside here, because look what we got here. See, you have your 8 SMA here at the 2.19. You have your 21 day, and then we have your 50 SMA here. See, so we have some really, really nice targets here. Now, these are all rolling over, but eventually, if that can turn right back up, all you need is that 8 day to start crossing, just like we had here. And then that's usually the beginning of the stages of where it reverses. Okay, but we have a nice bottom right here that we can always trade against. But today, watch that 21 day, watch that 8 estimate. Very, very crucial on a closing basis. And then watch yesterday's high, 1.906. Now remember, 10:30 here today, we have the EIA report on natural gas here. So we got to see what kind of, if we have a good sized draw, we have a build, or whatever we have there today. Okay, I'll have more for you here on the crude and natural gas here after pit close at 2:30. And then it seems like everybody seems to like that that natural gas here at midday trading. So we'll probably take a look here again today at natural gas, and then take a little peek ski at the crude, and we'll get this day going. All right, thanks for watching.